My name is Margaret, and I'm 67 years old. I never imagined I'd be sharing this kind of story, especially not after living such a quiet and structured life for so long. But something shifted in me last winter, subtle at first, then all at once. I had been living alone since my husband passed away nearly 8 years ago. We had a peaceful life, full of routines and little joys. Early morning walks, crossword puzzles over coffee, the way he'd leave the porch light on if I stayed out past sunset. When he was gone, it all faded into silence. The house, once filled with warm laughter, became just walls and echoes. I tried to stay busy, volunteering, baking for the community center, organizing the book club. But there's a difference between being occupied and being fulfilled. What I missed most wasn't companionship. It was being noticed. Last December, the heater in my house stopped working during a snowstorm. The temperature inside dropped quickly, and I had no choice but to call for help. That's when Alex showed up. A technician in his early 30s, polite, focused, respectful. I could tell he was surprised to find an older woman answering the door in silk pajamas and a robe. I hadn't meant to seem improper. It was simply cold, and that's what I had on. He got to work right away, but there was something different in the way he looked at me. Not inappropriate, just attentive, like I wasn't invisible. We talked while he worked. He asked about the photos on my wall, and I told him about my late husband. He listened, not the way people politely pretend, but really listened. When he was done fixing the heater, he turned and smiled gently. "You have a beautiful home. It feels like someone lives here with intention." That word, intention, stayed with me. The next morning, I found myself putting on lipstick before going to the grocery store. It had been years since I'd done that. Not for anyone else, just for me. For how it made me feel. I began noticing the way sunlight touched the kitchen tiles in the morning. How music sounded warmer through my old stereo. I started journaling again. Reading poems out loud. Reclaiming pieces of myself I didn't know I had buried. Weeks passed. I didn't see Alex again. But the shift he sparked didn't fade. One moment of being truly seen reminded me that I was still here. Still alive. Still capable of feeling beautiful. People often assume life settles into quiet irrelevance after a certain age, but they're wrong. Sometimes a single spark, an accidental glance, a thoughtful comment, can wake up a soul that's been asleep for years. I now walk with my head a little higher. I let myself take up space. I wear color again. I host dinners. I laugh louder. And though I may never cross paths with Alex again, I'll never forget what that moment gave back to me. Permission. Permission to exist fully and unapologetically.